April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month, and taking your eyes off the road for just a few seconds can have deadly consequences. In 2022, more than 3,000 people were killed in crashes where the driver was distracted. Joining me this morning to share how we can help lower that number is Mazda's lead of vehicle safety, Jennifer Morrison. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Jennifer. So talk to me a little bit about what does distracted driving look like?
Good morning, Justina. Yeah, distracted driving can really come in so many different forms. Of course, the most dangerous and common form of it that we know is texting while driving or using our handheld cell phones while driving, but also adjusting temperatures or your navigation or even scrolling through social media, which people have been known to do behind the wheel, can be extremely distracting. And as you said, April is our Distracted Driving Awareness Month, so it's time to put those phones away.
And when it comes to age group, what age group would you say has the highest numbers with distracted driving?
It can really apply to all of us. I mean, all you really have to do is when you're stopped at a stoplight, look left and right. It can affect everyone out on the road. We are all pulled from the draw of our cell phones and just the daily distractions. But of course, teen drivers can be a little bit more susceptible to some of those mistakes. So it's important that they have their cell phones put away during those critical training days.
And you said teens, so how can we teach our teens to put away those bad habits?
Right. So coming from a parent and someone who has in a household of a newly permitted teen driver, this is very near and dear to me at the moment. It really is during those critical few really months or even up to a year, having a cell phone not only out of sight but out of reach, not even connected to their infotainment initially. Focus on driving, making sure that that's where their attention is really at for those critical times where they're learning how to maneuver in traffic.
And what about pedestrians? I know distracted driving is kind of tackling the drivers, right? But what about pedestrians? We do get a lot of pedestrian incidents because of distracted drivers.
Right, and sometimes even distracted pedestrians. So we all need to keep our eyes up when we're walking across the street. And of course, if we're driving a car, look out for those around us. Sometimes people will look down at their phones while they're at an intersection, but I think it's that critical part when you're a pedestrian and you're also the driver, making that eye contact and knowing that, hey, who's clear to cross here? Keep your eyes up, put the phone away.
Exactly. And I know, let's say you're taking a long road trip. So it's Friday. A lot of people are packing up the car, getting ready to just go out for their weekend plans. What tips do you give for road trippers? Especially, I know if you're driving by yourself, it can be very easy to pick up the phone or pick up anything.
Right. And there is a possibility to stay safe while having your phone safely connected to either your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto, or just through your phone's navigation system with your vehicle. And inside your phone, there's actually a great functionality with iPhone where you can pair your car through Bluetooth and turn on driving focus, but still be able to use your navigation and your maps and even use some voice commands to send messages or change the radio station. So there are options out there for the road trippers and the well-trained drivers to safely use their communication devices while they're driving.
All right. And is there any other points that you would like to touch on that we haven't yet this morning?
Right. So another great thing that's happening with cars now and really does help with distracted driving and all types of driving is all the new safety features that are built in. My company, Mazda, and many others are building in automatic emergency braking, which helps with pedestrians and other car collisions, and as well as lane departure warning and blind spot monitoring. So these new safety technologies are really also a piece of the very important safety puzzle.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer, for joining us today and spreading a very important message. It was great having you. And of course, everyone at home, make sure you keep your eyes up and your phones down.